Ladies and gentlemen, this is my space plane. Actually in space. Check that out. I've got it into an orbit. Okay, it's not a great orbit. It's going to come down. I'm not sure how it's going to come down. But it's up there. Obviously it looks a little bit different from the original. And the camera angle's gone a little bit funky. I can't do a lot about that because I'm in space now. It's all gone floaty. But it's up there. So the next stage for me is to get this thing stable, so it's a bit more manoeuvrable. Well, it's quite manoeuvrable at the moment. You can see. But yeah, get it up there so it's got enough power to get a nice stable orbit, and then I'll be heading for that thing over there that looks like a Death Star. Right, let's see if I can get this thing on the floor, shall we? Right. So what I'm doing here, if you're wondering, because it looks a little bit weird, is I'm trying to slow the plane down. I don't know if you can read this down here. It says orbit 2297. Realistically, if I go much lower at this point, or I stick the nose down and this thing speeds up, it's going to get really hot and explode, which you don't want it to do. Anything over, say, about 1500 going into the atmosphere, so which, well, let's see, is around 35k, so between 35 and 45, so about 10k from where I am, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. It's like the atmosphere, and the space plane's going to really warm up. I mean, it's hot now. You can see all this red stuff pouring off of it, and you can see these little health bars on a few of the parts. It means they're getting too hot and overheating. Let's see if this, can I bring something up on that? No, there you are. I know it says brake torque, but it's showing it's damaged. That's because of the heat. Now on the bottom of this thing, well, the front of it at least, maybe I should have put some more on, like little radiators. There's like heat paneling to cool the ship off, and also if I bring it in at this sort of funky looking angle I'm at, it slows it down as it hits the atmosphere. Now what I think I've done, because I'm climbing again, I think I've kind of bounced it off the atmosphere, so my orbit's going to go back up again, and then we're going to come back down again really fast. So at the moment I'm going up again, but not a lot, and then we're going to go down again, and it's going to get really hot really quickly. So luckily my speed's dropping slowly there. It's going to start going up again, and you're going to see it get really hot. Fingers crossed we're not going to explode. If I can keep this angle on it, which I should be able to, because I've got more than enough RCS, which is, look, rocket control thrusters. I think RCS means rocket control system. I might have said that before. It should be pretty cool. There we go. Got the lights on the front. There's some solar panels down there, so I've got power still. Although my electric charge is dropping quite a bit because the sun's on the other side of the planet, which is kind of not good as well, because if I lose power entirely, I lose control of the ship and it's just going to fall to earth like a rock. So let's turn those lights off. I'm not sure I want to put the air brakes on just yet because they're going to get toasted, but we're going to need them. Perhaps I should have put some chutes on this thing, but we'll find out in a minute. Let's speed her up a little bit. I'm going to check this number up here. As soon as that starts dropping, I need to slow the camera down again. Swap that to surface. Surface speed's dropping nicely. I've got about 300 to go, but I reckon that's going to soar up as soon as I start dropping again. Is that coming up? No, it looks like it's about stable, and we are dropping quite rapidly now, as you can see. I think I can probably get away with keeping the camera sped up for a little while. Yep. That's still dropping, that's good. I've got about 400, maybe 500 meters per second to scrub off. This angle's looking good though. There we go, we're picking up some heat. That's getting hot. There we go, better back the camera off now. This is it's probably going to be pretty hairy. So maybe we get to see whether I'm a good pilot or not, or whether I've built this thing properly. Which, no, I don't think we're going to scrub off enough speed. I think you're going to see an explosion in a second. This is not good. Everything's heating up way too much. All the solar panels on the front of the aircraft are way too hot. I'm surprised these lamps haven't come off yet. can see the air brakes are actually burning up a bit. Deploy them. Are they going to help? Don't think they are. I'm not sure. Let's just put them on. It is dropping though. The speed is dropping. We are going way too fast to be doing this. 1800. The louder that noise gets, the more worried I get. I think stuff's going to start exploding soon. Maybe I should have put some more air brakes on it. Ooh, it must be getting hot inside there. Look at that, it looks like a comet streaking across the sky. You know, it's all going wrong when it starts popping. Something else on the wings heating up there, that's probably not good either. I don't know what it is, but I don't want it heating up that much. Come on, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. I'm not even sure this will hold together in the atmosphere if it's going this fast. We are dropping quickly though. Oh, looks like we're scrubbing some speed off though. Those air brakes seem to be working. Definitely should put some more on though. Come on, darling. You can do it. There's little wheels poking out there, and surprised they're still attached. Right, definitely in the atmosphere now, 35k. Still dropping. Speed's still dropping though, that's good. Still way too fast. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Ooh. I daren't stick the nose down now. I'm totally out of electric power. I don't know what it's flying on anymore. Hopes and dreams. Must be some power left in there somewhere. It's got no electrical charge in it. Looks like we're getting down to about the sort of speed I want it. That's good. If we can lock these out. This is totally inactive, that's not good. Still going way too fast. 1400 meters a second. That's around Mach 2, I believe. That's pretty darn quick. They all look quite happy in there though. Who have I got in there? I've got Bob, Bill and Valentine. Unfortunately, if you know Kerbal Space Program, the main little pilot Jeb, I think we might have lost him on one of the early tests that you probably saw. I think we've done it. I think we've managed to enter the atmosphere and not explode, even though we're a little bit wonky. Flatten her up a bit. Whoops. Cool. Toasty. Toasty, toasty, toasty. Yeah. Where are we? 1000 meters per second. See if we can turn the brakes off. We can. We shouldn't gain too much speed from that, but we're going to need them when we lower down, so we'll bring them in now. Did we lose any solar panels? We didn't actually lose any parts. That's fantastic. Slowing down to a sensible speed, and I'll let the nose drop slightly. Probably going to pick some speed up. And I'll come back to you when we're landing, I think. Right, I've run into a little bit of an issue. All my tanks are empty, all this stuff is all empty, apart from this mono propellant at the stuff, which is the white stuff you see spewing out there, a little bit on the wings maybe when it moves around. Now that's making the front of the craft quite heavy. I can't jettison it either. I've used almost half of it, but it's still weighing the front down, which is why I've got this angle. I've got my brakes on full, I've got the Monopropellant jets on full, trying to right the aircraft, but I've still got this nasty looking angle. I'd rather be coming down with the back of the plane in first, but we're still slowing down nicely. Hopefully it'll be just slow enough to splash down and we'll be safe, so we'll see. Right, it's 2,000 metres up. Still going what I consider to be too fast, so I think most of this is going to come off, if not kill the Kerbals. Crossed fingers and all that, but not feeling overly confident here. Although it's taught me I need more air brakes, and I need to see if I can move this back down so it's more centralised, because I'm going to need all that monopropellant. So let's level it off, level the speed off, 300 metres. We're coming at 200 metres a second. Coming in heavy. That's definitely coming off. Well, I can get rid of some of those because they're not doing anything. Hold your breath, guys. You're going in. Check that out. We lost a few parts. She's splashed down. She's alright. So are my Kerbals. I call that a win.